All right, folks, we're back as Portugal. You'll notice another time skip here. I let another 15 years or so pass, so our truce with Spain is up again. In the meantime, I built tons of buildings. We've moved over to the age of revolutions out of the age of absolutism. Coal and many of the industrialization events have started spawning, and so we are fortunate enough that we have a little bit of coal both here in the northern part of Spain, and also we have a little bit of coal down here in the southern part of Africa, so we have gotten our hands on some coal as well as built something for our vassal over here who also has coal in Australia. Other things, both of our new vassals did form. New Portugal, which is a colony over here, as well as Portuguese Colombia over here have both formed at this time. I did try to help my vassals a little bit by building buildings to raise their force limit, as well as buildings to give them additional manpower. Hopefully the combination of weakening the Spanish vassals, building up my own vassals, and then having some troops actually positioned over here in advance will help them be more successful. The other thing I did sort of as fun while it was over the break is I did vassalize Norway, which is a little country that has somehow migrated into Africa. It controls that piece of Africa and this province down here. I also was able to vassalize the Knights, which is another small little nation here that got kicked out of their original province over here by the Ottomans, but are over here near Italy. So with that, let us prepare for war. I think they are already in a war with England over something, and they are allied with Bohemia and Austria, same as before, but that is not significant. We will be taking Madrid in this one. Bohemia then will come in. We will call Scandinavia in because we can. Canada apparently is already at war, so they don't want to come in, but we will call the Commonwealth, and we will call Venice. Why not bring all of our friends in, even though it is completely unnecessary? And now we will march. And then I will de-equip this general. We have many generals. I'm actually working on another military idea right now. We got to the point where we could take the next one. We'll put that general in charge. While I was on the break, I did take defensive ideas as our next one. At this point in the game, we're so powerful that we really don't need any ideas in particular, but the defensive ones help our military out, so why not? Just in case a war with the France or the Ottomans was to play out, just a little extra protection there. The other thing I will observe rather humorously is that Austria is a one province minor. If I was closer to their borders, I would be able to vassalize them. And the the emperor is Spain. They've decided that that's where they want to go with this. So the empire is basically no one left but Saxony and Bohemia and France. So let us see if we can rustle up the fleet. Where is the fleet with my transports? Ah, there they are. Let us go grab the fleet so that we can get our troops over onto the islands. Meanwhile, we will need to pay attention over here. Normally we've been sort of ignoring everything that's going on over here. But this time, let me pause for a sec. But this time we will actually care what is happening over here more directly. I'll just watch. I'll let the vassals see how they do against this time. I see a fort. I will march onto the fort. If I see a fort, I will help siege the fort. Looks like there is one over there. Let's go for it. It'll just be extra war score to help this war move along. That's probably the end of Spain's army. Yeah, so now we're basically full sieging Spain. We will also, they do have an army over here, so we'll have to watch a little carefully. Get our troops into position. Wow, Madrid is already sieged. Wow, that didn't take any time whatsoever. Maybe the Knights will come help us. They definitely are doing some blockading. And oh, I forgot Venice is in this war, so it won't really be much of a challenge if they come down here. We've continued also in the break building basically every monument that we can get access to. We have built. I think we're done with this ship now. Come back to the capital. And I think these can be upgraded. Get them into position and we'll upgrade them. We've got like ridiculous excess money. And like I said, I've been building nonstop. During the break, like I was building nonstop, but even all that, it's just, there's too much. There's too much money coming in. I think my income is like over 1,000 ducats a month. Over 1,000 ducats a month. That is insane levels of income. Apparently we siege that down, lickety split. Up to the next fort. The Toledo's done. Working on that siege, and it looks like me and little Portuguese... Oh, it's actually Portuguese Mexico that came down here. Interesting. We should fight better this time. We just are much more present in the New World. Normally we've not really been engaged, but this time we are, so hopefully that will make a difference. Go! Onwards to the next fort. Almost all their mainland forts are down. Or organize a relief effort, why not? Hire an admiral. We do not have an admiral at all. He's not a bad one. That way we have a real leader in charge in case... I don't think Spain really has a fleet anymore, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared for something like that. Tech up. Yeah, we are like crazy ahead of time on technology. So much for that. Onward to Calabria. I don't feel like there was a fort here last time I sieged this, so they must have built it in the intervening time period. We have picked up a bark by accident. Send it to protect trade in Seville. This peace deal, we will be completing the mission tree by taking all of these provinces, which we can already do actually. And then we probably will just feed massive amounts of territory to our vassals. Probably focusing on the coastline in order to allow the how did the Commonwealth and Scandinavia came over here? That is insane that they decided that was what they needed to do. We also will take along the coast because I do not have colonial Louisiana yet. So this would be a good opportunity to acquire said colonial Louisiana. I normally would take the boot of Italy, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want to get into a fight by accident with my ally Venice, who may want some of that territory. Something like that maybe would be the peace deal. Looks like we are doing much better this time than we did last time. We're going to try to take basically as much territory as we can, and we do not have a Peru yet, so that would also be another good territory to get our hands on. Port maintenance and defense, sure, why not? Is anyone sieging Bohemia? Like, someone needs to be sieging Bohemia down in this war. Or, oh, Bohemia didn't even join. I didn't even pay attention. It looks like it's just us versus Spain, so no wonder they came over here, because there's really nothing else to do. This is just going to be an absolute slaughter. Because we just have, like, way, way, way more troops than them. See if we can reinforce our little ally. This little Portuguese Cascadia has a few troops down here. They still have they're not weak. They've still got a decent army floating around over here. And Cuba is still not got quite what they need, apparently, in order to be able to successfully win these battles. Let's bring this army back down here into a more central position. I like how we're basically completely ignoring Spain now and just focusing on the sieges in the New World. Yeah, it's mostly just letting the vassal swarm do the hard work now. Wonder what other things we can get. They've got a little bit of land down there, not a lot. Look at this. Scandinavia and the Commonwealth are marching their way through, what is this, Colombia and Ecuador kind of region? This is sort of funny in a way. Like, Spain's fleet, though, is over here and is still a threat. Alright, let's get up here to see if we can't help our vassals win these battles, so that we can win the war. I believe historically Spanish Peru was one of the last holdouts of the Spanish New World. I think Simón Bolívar came here last, is my recollection. And so this is one of the holdouts where the Spaniards fell back into the mountainous regions up here in the mountains, and so it was much more difficult to take this one. We will be trying to take land down here. Probably try to take enough to connect up the coastline. It looks like Alright, I just have to comment it. The entire 50,000 Spanish army is trapped in the Galapagos Islands. That is where they have chosen to train up their troops. That is absolutely ridiculous. The advantage also of me doing this, of sealing this off, is it makes it harder for other powers to try to get in here. These keep getting deselected as they get sieged by different people. Who's controlling this? Portuguese Colombia. Yeah, Colombia, you're gonna have to give that to me. But hand that back to Portugal. Thank you. That way I can give it out to who I need to give it to. We're running level 5 advisors across the board at this point. Here's at our ruler. She's a 606, so she's a great administrator, a great military leader, absolutely horrible at diplomatic, which comes out in both of her traits, which is loose lips and indulgent. I need to spend some admin power. Just find somewhere to spend this real quick. Go. Spend that down real fast so that we don't waste that admin power. Transfer some of this back to me. That way we get to decide To give everything to Norway or something. Like, all of our vassals have decided to walk completely down here, and so we were just absolutely destroying Spanish Peru. They probably did not, this is like, they probably did not even know so many troops existed in the world, and here we are, all at their doorstep. Take that now, thank you. At this point, it's sort of just gratuitous taking of everything. Just taking things because we can. We have sieged down Cusco. And as soon as this is done, I think basically everything will have been sieged. Oh, there's actually one more right here. We can go ahead and put another person in charge. We don't need land force limit. We will take discipline. Oh look, finally one of her good tricks came out. She makes construction cheaper. We can take the next military technology, but we're working on a military ID group, and I'm not really feeling much military pressure right now, so I think we're probably okay. Other thing that would be helpful, probably more so than, more so than some of these like random islands and stuff. Wow, that was a huge amount of war score. I guess because Spain owns it directly. Would be to connect our way across. We could walk our way across like that. There we go. That way we could get all the way around South America if we need to. Yeah, just because we can. Oh, there we go. Ooh. I think that's what we're going to hold out for, because I'm pretty sure they're going to give it to me any minute now, because we have absolutely and thoroughly destroyed them. And there it is. They are ready to give me everything that I would like, because we have completely won the war and there is nothing left. So I wonder, is there any last little stuff I can take? Guess we should just take a few more provinces up here. Nope, they will not give me any more. Alright, we're going to call that a victory. Let us make sure we have... Looks like the other part of the Spanish army is stranded in Bermuda, so they've got half part of their army stranded in Bermuda and the other part in the Galapagos. How funny. Okay, so we are taking the core mainland provinces that we need for the mission, and then we are going to take an absolutely insane amount of their colonial possessions here. We will do. There we go. It canceled. Something in Lima's been canceled. Okay. All right. We need to core enough. Got to core enough to get this to turn into a colony. It's 5 provinces, so that's why I'm doing this manually. Because I don't want to core everything. I just want to core enough for them to then deal with the rest of it. So that is 5, so we are done there. Down here, it looks like Colombia got most of what they wanted. East Colombia has a lot of stuff. And then we need to come down here to Peru. We need to core up 2, 3. Ooh, we got some gold. 4, I wasn't very strategic in looking at the goods. There we go. Alright. That probably should do it for now. Oh, we do need to go core the stuff in the mainland. We do need to core the Madrid stuff. So we can get an ability. I've got most of them already. Let us say... Forced March costs no power. How about that? Alright, now let's come in for Toledo. Madrid. I know there's several palaces and monuments we will be able to upgrade here, which I probably will do just for the fun of it. Alright, are there any that are not cored? This one. There we go. I think that is all the ones that are not cored. I believe so. Alright. We'll wait for that to core up. We also can apparently upgrade the center of trade in Toledo. Sure, why not? Alright, and let's let it run, and let all that play out. Holy cow, this is a lot of territory. We will march our troops into Lima, because there could be some rebels here, and so we should probably be prepared for that. We also need to probably move our troops south. Oh. I thought I was coring some things, but apparently I am not. It's been given to... Who has this been given to? There's always a weird thing about colonial regions. I probably should have looked at it. I thought I was in Louisiana, but apparently... apparently Mexico claims all the way up to Louisiana, and then New Portugal is claiming the rest of it. So we are going to have to... For that. And this... It's like a very narrow path. That one's being converted already, so 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. We have redone it again. Luckily, I don't have to actually core all this because I was mostly able to pawn it off onto my vassals. And for speed, we are not going to get in a fight with Scandinavia, our ally. We will just leave that alone. We will give Scandinavia the troops that they would like, sure. We've been able to become economic hegemon for a while, which we may do right at the end, just in case there's some sort of thing that can be, some sort of achievement that can be gotten from it. I'm sure we're pretty high overextension, yeah. But it won't last very long, because as soon as the new colonies form, all the other stuff will just fall off and we'll be done. I know I can take this mission now. I'm going to wait so that in the next episode, we will core everything up, see our colonial nations, and then we will pat ourselves on the back as we finish out the Portuguese mission tree. So I look forward to seeing you next time.